How was food approached in your household? What were your eating habits that you inherited?
Yeah, I grew up in a house that was, say, I don't know, second, third generation, a combination of Italian, German. But I think we both share mothers who like to cook, who have to cook, who got good at cooking, but it wasn't traditional, at least on my side. My side, I mean, yeah, I'd say yours is different. So even though my mom's mom came from Italy, my mom was an American. She cooked like an American. It was like spaghetti and meatballs, I feel like these are just basic things that people
Standard
used to eat.
American diet?
Standard good American diet, like middle class. We were very middle class. So not a lot of junk food.
What were the go-to dinners?
Spaghetti and meatballs was a big one. In the summer, you grilled, hamburgers or hot dogs, pasta, lasagna,
What did you eat for breakfast?
Cheerios, Captain Crunch, Cinnamon Toast Crunch, all the crunches, the bottom shelf of the cereal aisle. Yeah, that was a big one for sure.
And what did you take to school for? Did you eat school lunch or did you pack your own lunch?
Actually, I was just talking to my mom about this morning. So I was a very picky eater, as most kids are, but I was never forced to eat in the school hot lunch aisle, where she did it differently for my brother, who's a few years younger, where I was really picky, and I would eat the same sandwich all year. So like salami, tuna fish, peanut butter and jelly would be all year round.
Oh, each year it'd be a different sandwich, so
year,
you'd get fixated on a particular one.
Yeah.
Okay.
And there would be pizza in the hot lunch aisle on Fridays, and she would really push me to go and get the hot lunch because it's like she didn't have to cook, she didn't have to make my lunch that day. But I wouldn't do it, and she wouldn't understand why because it was pizza. But she found out that the lunch line took time to wait in, and that was time I didn't get to play in recess. So like took away my recess time. So she, right from the bat, she told Devin, my brother, that you have to go and get hot lunch. So it was a combination.
Okay. Yeah, I would. What?
I was gonna say, you see where our son gets it from.
I never thought of you as being a picky eater. You're not picky at
I
all.
would eat
now.
a lot, but I'd be picky.
Okay. Yeah, I think kids definitely have strong food aversions, like compared to, that we lose as we become adults and desire more novelty with our palates. I would say, I mean, my mom is Korean, from Korea, didn't move here till she was 19. And so but my dad was American. So we ate I would say my mom was very good about cooking quite a bit, but she was also a working mom for a lot of my childhood. So definitely leaned on fast food, convenience foods, tons of processed foods with it. So it was a mix. And so, I feel like we got all of our nutrition needs met. We were healthy kids. Otherwise, we were like healthy weight the whole time. And I think we also got away with it because my brother and I were very active. And so we were always playing sports. So never had like weight issues or anything like that. But definitely a ton of processed foods, like bagel bites, Hot Pockets. My school lunches were always, like a salami sandwich with a bag of chips, cookies, fruit roll-ups, gummies.
Wasn't that pretty normal?
That was totally
that,
normal. I don't think there was nearly as much awareness or fixation on the amount of sugar that we consumed or any of that kind of stuff. I would say like the saving grace in my household was my mom never bought soda. So we never we never had soda around or like candy or anything like that. But I would say for sure it impact, like as I was navigating my like relationship with food as I started to go into high school and college, it definitely was challenging because I would say that being raised on hyper-palatable foods is like how I think of like processed foods. It's like a real addiction. And it's taken, I would say I have broken that addiction largely now, finally, like I'm almost, it took like 20 years. I'm almost 40 years old and feel like Yeah, it was like such a long journey. Do you identify any problematic like relationships with food? Like anytime you've ever eaten because of stress, or how's your relationship with sugar and sugary
Not
things?
great. It's amazing. Like we've talked about this kind of, I don't know the psychology behind it. Maybe it's interesting where I feel a difficulty in not doing something, like not eating a cookie or not
Like abstaining?
abstaining, right? Whereas the discipline to do something comes much easier. Like, okay, you got to wake up at 5:30 to do jujitsu 5 days in a row. Sure, I'll do that. I'll work, whatever the doing part is comes much more naturally, but abstaining is harder. So if there's a visual
Like the
connection,
willpower to not do something is much harder for
yeah,
you.
exactly. And I think they're distinctly different, at least experientially for me. If I see a cookie on the counter, it creates a real, like I can feel the
Like it triggers,
salivation. Yeah,
uh-huh.
for sure. Like it gets the engine going. So I like to have it buried, like out of sight, out of mind.
Can you just have one cookie and stop, or you feel like you end up overindulging when it
If it's
comes
an
to sugar?
exhausting day, really no. If there's more in there, it's hard. Yeah, it's hard.
Okay, so end of an exhausting day, you don't have any willpower left. You didn't have much willpower to say no in the first place, and that's when you find yourself
Yeah.
indulging. So the way that you try to combat that is just to not have it in
Yeah, ideally I
around.
would have none. Like it would be no sweets in the house. Maybe fruit, like fruit would be cool, but no, yeah, cookies, ice cream, popsicles, all that stuff. I mean, I'm not hard against it. We have it, the kids love it, and I think it's fun. They appreciate it. They're not fat. So it's, I don't know, mixed relationship with it, with that stuff. But I really like fruit. Feels more natural to have blueberries and apples instead of all the other stuff. But I don't know. I mean, I also think the likelihood of like sugar in the body creates, whether it's plaque or cavities, or other externalities. Like the graph that always gets me is like people used to eat this much sugar on average, and now they eat. It's not even close. It's not like this. It's like a 20 times increase.
Yeah, I think about that all the time too. Like it was specifically refined sugar. Like
Yeah,
our refined
yeah,
sugar intake is nothing like
yeah.
it was in the past.